Okay, I'm Francesca Marini. I'm the new director of the Stratford Shakespeare Festival Archives. I started here in mid-July of 2010. This is my dream job. I have done most of my research for my career on performing arts archiving. So this is the largest performing arts archives dedicated to a single theater in the world. So for me, it's a real dream. The archive started in '67, and the materials we hold go back to the very first season in '53. We have everything related to all aspects of production, to the administration of the festival. So everything you can think about, including props and costumes, are here related to the festival. And we serve the festival and also outside researchers and the general public. So it's really a treasure trove here. And what we're doing now is some renovation, reorganizing, and we have a wonderful amount of audiovisual materials. We have a production that we started recording in a systematic way from '68 on, and then we have lots of clips and footage from also earlier productions going back to '53. So what is going to be in the DocFest is one of the many gems we found in the archives. And Rick found this. Rick Schmidlin is a film producer and audiovisual archivist, a historian, and is volunteering at the archives. He's my husband, so I'm very happy to have an in-house expert. So Rick found this footage, so we can talk about that.
Well, what's really great is with Francesca, her background is, of course, theater. And when I first met her 14 years ago, I said, "What do you want to be?" And she said, "I want to be a theater archivist." And I said to myself, "No, you're going to be the director of a theater archive." So this is a real dream for me to watch her do this. But what's exciting is that as she pursued her career in theater archives, my career has been in sound and film. And one of my projects that I'm very proud of is I produced for the Library of Congress and the National Park Services in the States the restoration of the Edison-Dixon sound test, the first sound test of 1894, where I was able to synchronize the first sound cylinder that was meant to be used with a film element. And that was funded by George Lucas and with the assistance of Francis Ford Coppola. So it was a really exciting project for me, and now is in the National Film Registry. And Edison-Dixon sound test can be accessed on YouTube. What's exciting now is that I am again synchronizing a sound and film element, a sound element that sat in one home and thought that its film element was lost. And basically these two are going to be put together for the first time onto one reel. So that's going to be very exciting. And it's thanks to Francesca allowing me to explore the audiovisual aspects of this archive that this is going to happen. What the film is it's the film of the building of the Festival Theater. And we get to see it built in every aspect of its process, from the groundbreaking right down to the opening night. And it's explained and narrated by the filmmaker who produced, shot, edited, and directed this film, Dr. Gilmore, who's a local resident, and he narrates what was going on during that period of time. So we have a complete narration and a complete explanation. And this film has never been seen by any Stratford resident unless they were a guest at Dr. Gilmore's home in the late 50s. It's an exciting discovery. Why, Francesca, for the archive?
Well, first because it's been here a long time, but everybody thought it was lost. And when you talk to Betsy Gilmore, she thought it wasn't there anymore. So, and it's color footage, which is very rare. We have a lot of black and white photos, but no color. So and it's important because it documents, as Rick said, every aspect of the construction with information about everything that was going on. So it's a good record of everything together. Like, we have a lot of other materials, of course, from the models to the stage plans to the press clippings, but this is a very concise way of showing what happened and what really happened and explaining.
And I have to say, honestly, anyone who's watching this, if you're from Stratford, have you ever seen color footage or a half-hour documentary of the building of the Festival Theater? I think not.
DocFest is something new and something very strong, and I think it shows is a great venue to show to the community what we have here, and you are also about community. And Rick, you've been in documentary festivals all over the world, and this documentary festival has great titles in it.
Well, it has nice titles in it. One of the things I have to honestly say is probably the person who has given the most amount of money individually, next to David Packard, to film preservation, is Hugh Hefner, and that's going to be
Yeah.
shown in this documentary, that he has underwritten some of the most famous restorations of all time. Kevin Brownlow, who is my hero, who's getting an Academy Award this year, a special Academy Award for film preservation and film history, who restored films like Napoleon and did the great stories on Chaplin, Keaton, Lloyd, and Erich von Stroheim. Great deal of his money was funded through Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
So Hefner, this documentary is going to be very important for people to see. They see him as one person, but he's also a major animal rights activist.
Yeah. So it's a great variety.
So it's a great variety, but also for my films are, the films I make are for a specific audience, and it's for a specific audience that's interested in that film. And for me, the audience that's going to be interested in seeing this film is the audience that's going to be at DocFest, because this is a local gem.